just do a little fun segment that we thought would be interesting, and to add a little more pizzazz to this episode. And this was Andrew's idea, so I'll let you take it away.
Pizzazz. So we're gonna give our top 5 childhood movies. So these, I don't know how you characterize this, where I should talk about this for. It doesn't like have to be animated. These are just more for me. It's like, all right, these are movies that like when I remember being a kid, like I watched these movies all the time.
Yeah.
And like I loved them. So I guess it can be biased, I would say, just based off of like whatever VHS that like my parents just happened to buy me, and I could just run back on repeat.
That's how it goes, though.
But
I mean,
so you're kind of hindered by what
nurture,
you're hindered by what mom and dad are buying you.
Yeah. Which just before we get into it, like, and I can just say this, like, because we're doing honorable mentions and top 5 throughout my list are Star Wars films. My parents were totally cool, and my parents are going to see us and be like, "Come on, man." They're way different now, but it was just kind of a thing in our household. They would not let me watch Harry Potter as a kid, but I'd be sitting there watching Darth Vader force choke people and lightsabers come out like every day of the week. So just very interesting.
I feel like
dichotomy.
if Star Wars on your list, our movies are gonna be completely different.
Well, when we get into it, I think you'll understand. Okay. But my list is very versatile, I will say.
Mine's, I guess, probably not. I did like put the years that all of mine were created, and they're all like essentially the same year.
No, you'll have to throw mine up on the screen because I don't remember. I didn't do that for mine.
I was just curious.
So let's start with what, honorable mentions?
Yeah, I have 3. Do you have any?
Yeah,
I can give all 3 of mine.
I can give all 3 of mine. Yeah, you go.
So the first one I have is The Iron Giant. You ever see that one?
Dude, I can't believe it's not. I got to check. I have to see. I knew I was gonna forget some, man. I have to put that in my top 5.
I love The Iron Giant, man. I've watched it recently too, and it like hits still the exact same. Like the graphics are obviously like a little older, that older style like of animation. But dude, I remember watching The Iron Giant like as a small kid, like probably 4 or 5, and like not having like any concept of what was going on. I was like, dude, this movie's sick. Like just the concept of a kid with a freaking
dude, I'm so glad you said that. I gotta tell you, I'm ashamed that movie did not come up. Me and Jeb talk about that movie all the time.
Really?
Like, dude,
people don't really talk about that movie. I feel like,
oh my god, that is such a good movie. I cannot believe it.
It almost made my top 5.
I can't believe it.
I didn't watch it that many times. I just it was like more of an early memory. Like the Iron Giant's like a very early memory for me as a kid.
Yeah. All right. What else on your honorables? Yeah.
Dude, I also have Sky High.
Oh, dude, great one.
Dude.
Not one to go back and watch, but great at the time.
Dude, I watched that movie whenever it was on TV, dude, I was sitting down and watching that. And dude, the whole concept I thought was just sick, dude. Just having parents that are, I mean, I guess it's
Superman
like Invincible, but like a Disney Channel version of that.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Sky High took a turn and like in the end of the movie,
he kills him?
He comes up there and kills all the kids. And he's like, we need to talk.
But it was just funny, like, seeing all the different high schoolers of, like, what their powers are and stuff. It's like, that'd be kind of lit, dude. Especially, like, stupid power. Like, no one, like, has to have, like, insane powers, but just kind of whatever powers.
By the way, that reminds me, we have an episode just collecting dust where we talked about Invincible.
Oh, yeah. We might release it.
If you're lucky.
Then my last one is Spy Kids, the first one, dude. Not the other ones, but, dude, I just remember the first Spy Kids, and even the second one. The third, when they do the video game one, that one was like not it for me. But at least the first one, dude, like the little gadgets that they had and stuff, I thought were so cool.
The gum is ingrained in my mind.
The gum, and I have that little beetle thing the Junie has.
Yeah.
Was
and
cool.
They have the chalk that can like cut through like bars. It's like, whoa,
dude. And I thought the thumbs, dude. I mean, I was obviously a small kid, dude. The thumb villains, I was like, those are thumbs, dude.
Whoa, he's got thumbs all over his head, Mom. That's crazy, Mom.
Mom, I want to be a thumb.
Mom, I identify as a thumb.
Oh,
God dang it, son, we're taking you to church.
All right, what are your honorable mentions?
So my honorable mentions are, firstly, and this honestly, like, I tried to not fill my entire list with Star Wars, but I grew up.
You're like Star Wars 1.
Star Wars 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just put in my honorable mentions the original trilogy. I used to come home. There was a period in my life for a couple years where I would come home from school at least 3 days a week and pop in one of the VHS of the original trilogy in my parents' bedroom and sit there like this on the edge of their bed just staring at it. I loved the original trilogy growing up. Like, absolutely lived off of it. Loved it. I
It
think
is a childhood movie. It's a kids movie for sure, right?
I mean, dude,
No.
I was going off what I watched in my
No,
childhood, so that was it. So that's in there. The whole original trilogy I watched so much. Toy Story had to be an honorable
first
mention
one?
for me. The first one. I like the second one a lot too when it came out, but nothing touches that first Toy Story, bro.
Oh yeah,
Nothing touches
Especially when they go to Pizza Planet. That was like that scene. I remember watching that scene. Like the vibe of Pizza Planet was so sick to me.
Bro, you know what scene sticks out to me the most? It's like aesthetically super pleasing. Is when that toy like professional fixes up Woody and like covers up the
that's
boo.
the second one.
So that is the second one.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Because that's with Jesse.
That's what.
Jesse.
Okay, so Toy Story. I guess I have to say 1 and 2 since my most memorable scene is from 2, and then Ants is on my honorable mentions. You remember Ants, bro?
Dude.
I love that movie, but I will say, part of it scarred me, bro. One of the main character's friends that he makes, they go to like battle with the centipedes, and the main character like kind of hides, and then he goes out after the battle, and his friend is on the ground dying, and you think his friend's like buried, and then after they talk for me, he's like, no, like I'm gonna help you out, and he picks him up, and it's just his friend's head, just talking to him. I was like, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, it like scared the crap out of me, dude. I was like, oh, it's just his head.
They were shaped weird, bro. I don't know. They looked angry.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but I remember I used to love that movie.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's a deep cut.
So yeah, anyway. All right, top 5. Hit your number 5 for me, brother.
Dude, this movie, I guarantee you this one's not on your list. Or probably anyone's. But dude, it's a Disney Channel like original movie, and I just loved it so much. It's Max Keeble's Big Move. Dude, I watched Max Keeble's Big Movie so
I know what you're talking
times,
about, and
dude.
it was good, but that is a surprise to be on your top 5.
Josh Peck's in that as the little fat friend, dude. But I don't know why, bro. Max Keeble's Big Move. It was just, it was legendary for me, especially the principles that he's the same guy that's in Princess Diaries and all that. But anyway, that was another movie like my mom watched all the time, and I watched it as a kid a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought Max was kind of sick, dude. Even though he's like getting bullied and stuff, but him like in the idea of like, oh yeah, we're moving, so like I'm just gonna F up some commas, bro. It's cool because there's gonna be no consequences. And then at the end, the classic, yo, we're not moving. And he's like,
wait, what?
Mom, I just destroyed the school.
Come on, man. Oh, dude. So that's number 5.
Yeah.
I just realized I have 6, so let me just go ahead and never mind. All right, so my number 5 is going to be, which one should I actually put as number 5? I'm gonna say my number 5 is A Bug's Life.
Dude,
I loved A Bug's Life, bro.
That's on my list, but
So good, man. Such a great movie.
it's so unfortunate. That's my number 1.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's why when you said Ants, I was like, dang it, because you're gonna like that's. But yeah, that's my favorite movie of all time. My favorite like kid childhood, like especially if we're going animated. Yeah, dude, Flick is like my favorite character.
Dude, Flick, bro. I mean, that's just a great movie, man. There's so many scenes that are so memorable to me, like the scene with where the grasshoppers come after Flick drops all the food and they crush their feet through the ceiling of the dirt. Like that's so memorable. The scene where Hopper drops open the thing and crushes that like people with all the food they have, and he's like, it's just gonna run out. And then the scene where it rains in the end, like just so many, the circus stuff, dude, the big freaking caterpillar,
Dude, he's hilarious. And the flea, bro, the flea is so funny, dude.
Flea. And that one actor that's in like every freaking Pixar movie, he plays Mac the truck in Cars, and he plays, I'm pretty sure, the flea in that movie. I can't like do his voice, but you know it immediately when you hear it. Dude, I just remembered another movie. Oh my God, this hurts, dude.
Just say it, dude.
I mean, it might be my number 1. I mean, we're just kind of going off the rails here, but.
Yeah, dude, Bug's Life for me, though, that and then, like, Flick when he, like, leaves to go off to, like, do his own thing, and he, makes that little leaf into a hat, and it's, like, a ball cap hat, but out of a leaf, dude. I don't know why I thought that was so sick, dude.
It was honestly styling, bro. Styling and profiling.
Bro. And no one believed in Flick, and I'm like, dude, no one believes in me, man. But Flick goes out there, and he... no
one believes in me, man.
But dude, I think it's hilarious when he comes back and like all the little ant kids, they like do the play, and they're like, and he dies, and they like all like roll over and die, and it like gets dark really quick. Oh man.
Oh, that's funny.
I love Bug's Life though, dude. Great
Bug's
movie.
Life, great film. Number 4
for me. Dude, this is another one. This is one of the ones that I can vividly remember the VHS. It was orange, and ripped this so many times, but it's Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius.
Wow,
the movie, dude, where the
wow.
people come from space and take their parents.
Oh, dude, they do the chicken dance and all
Yep.
that stuff in that movie. Wow.
Dude, and I remember like talking about like aesthetics of like a movie, and it's kind of like Pizza Planet vibes, but when they go to that like theme park that comes to town and like Jimmy's parents won't let him go and he like sneaks out and it's like all the teenagers like doing all these sick like rides and stuff, dude, I was like, I want to be a teenager so bad, because this is like when I was like 8, you know, like just ripping this movie. And so anyway, like I didn't really watch Jimmy Neutron a lot, the show, but I had that movie for some reason, dude. I used to watch it all the time though, and I just, especially that one, like the whole vibe of that theme park and then like him going out and then getting in trouble obviously for that, and then but
I mean, I still, dude, I still, when I'm trying to like really think about something, I start going thinking, and then the one scene, dude, from, I don't think it's in the movie, I think it's in just the show, when he breaks Nick's skateboard. He's like, maybe you can find another skateboard that can handle the Neutron style. It's like so funny.
Dude, Sean is hilarious. Sheen.
Oh, God, I just smacked this camera.
Hi, Jimmy's mom. Dude, there's so many classic, dude.
Oh, dude,
God,
that's great, bro. That's great. All right, number 4 for me. I'll put The Incredibles at number 4, man. The Incredibles was so good. Me and Jeb talk about this all the time. The first scene where it's like black and white and you're getting like these interviews, dude. I mean, just,
it's really well done.
I see that scene and it just, bro, I'm like in a safe space, bro. Nothing could get me. Oppenheimer himself couldn't get me from that place. Like, it's just, I love it, bro. There's so many quotable scenes. Like, I'm the only good you're ever gonna get. Like, there's just so much in there.
Where's my super suit?
Where's my? And then like Mission Incredible, like just so many things I think of in that movie. You guys went and got busy. Like, there's just so many things. I'm your nemesis. And then he tosses me. I mean, there's just so many things that come to my mind in Incredibles, and like music's great, dude. The animation's sick. Such a good story. Yeah, Incredibles. I don't need to say
Who's your
much.
favorite character from that movie?
I mean,
Edna Mode.
Edna Mode. Do you know where
She's
he
classic.
is? No capes. Dude, one of the best quotable lines, too. Do you remember Thunderhead? When she tells him why no capes, and then she starts going through all these things. I mean,
I always loved Dash.
coolest character, Frozone. Character
he's
that I'd
sick.
want the powers of, Jack, because he can do whatever he wants. And then, I mean,
Mrs. Incredible.
we can't talk about her. I mean, that one scene, bro, where she's looking at her own ass, you're just like, not only do they know what they're doing and do they make this character have an ass, but then they do a whole scene where they point out to you that she has an ass drawn on her. So yeah, number 4.
I used to think that assistant, the blonde-haired lady, when he goes to the thing, was so attractive as a kid. I was like,
you're like that little baby chicken meme. Jesus. So yeah, number 4, Incredibles.
all right, my number 3 is, I think we've already talked about this one before, but it's one like I think everybody forgets about as far as like animated movies, but it's Treasure Planet. Dude, the whole aesthetic of that movie.
That is such
so
a good choice, man. I'm ashamed that's not at least in my honorable mentions, bro. That's
dude,
a really
it's
good
just
one.
the aesthetic, dude, of that whole movie is so cool, bro. Of him like just having a little board and like zipping around and having that little like goo orb thing. I don't know. And then the
That's
robot
great, bro.
there they find too that's hilarious.
And then that one song that's in it, bro. I love that. I'm not in.
That one's just like a sad. It's like a deep cut when he's thinking about his dad.
You're seeing flashbacks
who's
of his
gone.
dad, dude. I mean,
And then they had those like little, I guess that's what it is. It's like a little board with like a, it's like they're windsurfing, but like in the air, dude. I just thought it was
he
so
could
sick.
shred that thing too, bro. I mean, he was Tony Hawking it up.
Yeah, that whole aesthetic though of that movie, I just, because I think it's the elements of fantasy, dude, that just really get me, man. It's
That's
that
a
like
really
world
good
building.
one, man. Like the whole flying pirate ship thing, which is so sick. There is world building too. Like you get all this background stuff.
Yeah,
man, the scene that I remember, like I just always have visuals from these movies. The visual I remember is like one of the bad guys on the ship holding that like grape or whatever, and he like barely pokes it. I just remember that so well, dude. I don't know why. Wow, dude, that's a good one, man.
great movie.
I feel like you thought about this better than I did because I'm coming up with having my list right now and I'm realizing books I forgot about or movies. So that's your number 3. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put Iron Giant at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, because that when you said that, I was immediately like, "Who am I?" That has to be on my top 5.
The aesthetic of Iron Giant is just sick.
It's just so good, dude. The scene that I remember that's so funny is the scene where the kid's like, I don't think he actually is, but he's pretending to poop, like he's got one hung in the gate, and the guy that's like trying to mac on the mom, like tries to come in there and check on him, and the mom closes the door on him, and it squishes his face. Dude, it's just so funny. There's so many things I remember. Dean, when he meets Dean, like just so many things. I mean, the scene is when I first saw it, the scene where his head fixes and he becomes the Terminator that he was created to be.
Yeah,
scared the crap out of me, dude.
Oh,
when I first saw it, I was like, no.
Just because the whole time he's like trying to teach, he's like a baby. He's like teaching him how to do all these things and like what not to do.
Yeah, he's like Seuss Braun before he gets his tongue back, and you're just like, oh, when he gets it back. So yeah, that's number 3 for me. I'm wondering, dude. I'm wondering if my last 2 movies are on your list, if they're going to be like because there's no way you don't love these last 2 movies I have.
I probably love them. My number 2, so obviously my number 1's Bug's Life. We already
we already said that.
But this one is, honestly, I've watched this movie so many times, and Michael J. Fox is my favorite actor of all time.
Oh, dude, this is such a good one. Wow, bro.
Atlantis, The Lost Empire, dude.
Wow,
it's so good, dude.
Wow,
so
dude,
good.
That is such a good one. Oh my gosh.
I love those adventure stories like that too. So, but anyway, that one and like their whole like I don't know what word I was trying. I think I was trying to say brigade. This whole like culmination of characters that they take, like the like bomber and the gunner and the engineer and like anyway their whole crew, and then it's just the Milo guy holding them all together, and then he falls in love with the girl there. I mean, it's just I love that movie so much. The second one is just not as good. It's not even worth watching. Yeah. But the first one is just so good. But Michael J. Fox's voice, dude, it's such a tragedy, dude, that he had that he got Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Because Family Ties is one of my favorite shows. The show the sitcom that he was on, dude. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, dude. It's so good.
Really?
His character on there is so good.
I mean, he's also one of the best movies of all time.
Well, that's my favorite movie of all time. Like, that's my favorite. Like, I don't think it's the best movie of all time, but like, if I had to pick a movie that I could watch every single day and never get tired of it, that's the movie for me. I mean, the first and second one for sure. The third ones are like, for me.
Yeah, first and second are hard.
Yeah, dude, that one.
I mean, I fantasize about being able to go back in time with an almanac, a sports almanac, all the time.
Oh, dude,
I mean, that is an absolute hack.
Dude, I've always wanted a DeLorean. Because of that, because you don't ever see me anyway either. But I've always wanted a DeLorean.
Yeah.
If I ever get rich somehow, I'm buying a DeLorean for sure.
Wow. Well, once we get to 3,000 followers, bro, we're gonna be billionaires. Dude, I hear that's how it works.
Exactly. But yeah, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, dude, just such a cool vibe. And there was a video game too that I used to play all the time, like a PC. It was like a computer game, like that you had to put in. And dude, it was sick.
I didn't know that. All right, so that's your number 2. My number 2 is The Sandlot. I mean,
wow,
absolutely grew up on this movie, watched it. I could not even tell you how many times. It had to have been over 200. I watched it so much.
I really haven't watched The Sandlot that many times.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, baseball was like probably the sport in our house, like just the one we were the most into, or my dad was the most into, so we vicariously were the most into. So yeah, just a great movie. So many quotable lines. I mean, how could I have some more if I haven't had any yet? Yeah. There's so many things. Forever. I mean, there's so many things that are so good. It ends great. Like, it's a good story, man. When you finally get James Earl Jones in the end, the owner of the dog, it's like, wow. It's just such a good movie, man.
It is a good movie.
Like, it's the baseball movie. There's other baseball movies I could mention, like, Angels in the Outfield, Field of Dreams, that I watched as a child and really loved. But The Sandlot, man, especially as a kid, like, all the characters are, kids like your age or a little older.
Dude. If we're going like sports, see, I've never been into baseball, so baseball never hit for me. So like, I watched The Sandlot, but me,
Air Bud is what really did it for you.
Dude, Air Bud, dude, I watched Air Bud a lot, honestly. I wasn't gonna say Air Bud, but I was gonna say Like Mike. Oh, dude, man. That with Lil Romeo. Dude, that movie
basketball
was hard,
is my favorite sport. Yeah,
like the way they dribble up and down the court.
That's a great movie, man.
Dude, that movie's so sick.
It's a really good one. I mean, what is it? Is it Space Jam? No.
Space Jam's good, but that's just that was like kind of before our time. I feel like I watched it.
Wait, that's not the one I'm thinking of though. What's the one where like Looney Tunes characters
Yeah,
play?
Space Jam.
That is Space Jam.
Mhm.
Oh, I was thinking of Spaceballs.
Spaceballs
I thought I
is
missed.
hilarious.
I thought I missaid Space Jam. But yeah, Sandlot, man. I mean, that's an ultimate classic, and it's so good.
What's your one? 'Cause you already got me. I'm
So,
Life.
My number one's going to be a two-parter because of the epiphany I just had a minute ago. So, one of my favorite movies of all time, and this goes back to Star Wars, is Revenge of the Sith. I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters on my 10th birthday, the day it came
one,
out.
Right? I'm sorry
that's
for
the third
asking
one.
that. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a hat right here that says Episode 3. I mean,
Is that with Count Dooku in it?
yeah, he gets his head chopped off in the first
yeah.
like act of the movie. I could talk about this movie alone for, I mean, hours on end. So it's crazy, man. I mean,
I have the high ground, Anakin.
Like, dude, I mean, unlimited quotable lines from this movie. I mean, hello there. Hello there. I mean, come on, dude. There's so many things. General Kenobi. Like, just so many. I could go on and on and on. Like, just so many things.
Sounds probably the most goal for me.
Like, dude, it's just, don't try it, Anakin. Just so many good things.
But it's also the, do it.
Have you heard the tale of... have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Just so many things, bro. And I read a lot of Star Wars books. I watch everything Star Wars. Star Wars kind of sucks now. Like, everything they make is just stupid. There's some good stuff and, like, redeeming moments. But Revenge of the Sith is, like, peak cinema for me. I mean, Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker, like...
What's the one?
He's the guy.
Which one is the one where it starts off where they're, like, in some capital city and they're, like, trying to find who's ever trying to poison... Padme, I guess.
That's Attack of the Clones. The
second one?
The second one, yeah.
Dude, I don't know why that, like, where he's, like, he, like, free falls out of that thing and, like, dude. Lands on it. And, dude, because it's just, you get more world building there where it's, like, a cool, like, city that's, like, I don't know. Whereas, like, you don't really ever get that again in any of the other, like, even in the new movies. Like, there's no, like.
I mean, the new movies are absolute dog shit. So.
But it's like, why don't they make a cool city? Like, that city was so cool to me. Like, that alone, those scenes, which I'm sure if you go back and watch it now, it might be tough to see, but...
I mean, it's still amazing. I mean, there's definitely things where you can go, all right.
Because they all have, like, kind of cars, but they're not... They're like planes, but they're, like, kind of smaller because it's, like, how everyone gets around.
It's like the Jetsons. It's, like, so cool.
Yeah, it's so sick.
But the fact that Coruscant's not featured in any of the new movies...
Is that what that city is?
Yeah, it's like, well, the planet, It's a city planet. It's a planet that's all city. The fact that it's not featured in the new movies is like the only indicator you need to know that they're trash. So I won't even talk about how bad those movies are. But Revenge of the Sith, because that's like, I mean, it was, like I said, I saw it when I turned 10 years old, had like 15 of my friends. That was my birthday party, was going to see that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to say that's like a childhood movie because it is kind of dark and it's something I still love to this day. So I
watched
did grow
that a
up
lot
on
as a kid though too, yeah.
Yeah, but to put an animated one at my number one, bro, The Emperor's New
Oh, that one is
Groove
fire, dude.
was my favorite childhood movie, bro. Don't throw off his groove.
Gronk, dude.
Cusco's poison. Like, dude, there's just so many things in that movie. I loved it, man, through and through. Just, I mean, such a good movie. There's not much you can say. Like, it's just, if you've never seen Emperor's New Groove, I don't care if you're 9 or 84, you will love that movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so good too, especially like the setting and how niche like it is.
Yeah.
Of it, you know, what is it, the Andes, I think? It's what, Peru? I mean, or
something
Chile.
like that.
It might be
I don't
Chile.
know, some way.
But anyway, but that's where the Incas were. So I mean, anyway, him being Cuzco, like, because that's the capital city of the Incan Empire. Anyway, it's just kind of like a cool, because you don't ever like have those type of settings.
Yeah.
So
really
it's
cool.
like the, you know, that empire and doing that. They even had a show after that was like, I think I was a small kid too on Disney Channel that I liked a lot.
They had a show based upon the Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
I need to check this out.
Yeah, I mean, it might ruin some things for you, obviously, but yeah.
I ain't trying to do that. It's like the last 3 Star Wars movies of Emperor's New Groove.
Kind of. I mean, at least all the main characters are in it, but I think he like goes to school or something.
Dude, I don't want it. I don't want any part of that. So yeah, that's my favorite. There was another one that I thought about a minute ago and forgot to mention that I loved.
The Lizzie McGuire movie?
Bro, that was the one.
Dude.
That was the one. You got me. So, childhood movies.
And Dracula. Yeah, I'm sure there's other ones that we definitely forgot, but
yeah, Throw your
Those are
childhood
mine.
movies in there. I mean, some other ones that I can just think of. I mean, I did love Cars when it first came out.
Yeah,
I really
Mater.
liked that.
Eventually, we need to do
Cannot
like an
do.
animated tier list video where we just rank, dude. Because I got some hot takes, dude, about like some Disney movies that people love.
Really?
I
Go
think
ahead and give me one.
Lion King's so overrated to me, bro. And that's just how it is for me.
That's not a hot take, bro. That's a wrong take.
Dude, I remember. I think I talked to you and Jed about this, and you were like, "Hakuna Matata."
I mean, dude, I don't know how you can watch the scene where Mufasa dies and not cry like a child.
Dude, I just don't ever even remember seeing that scene. I don't know if I always fast forwarded it to.
I mean, that would make
I
sense.
liked Rafiki a lot, but I don't know. I just always thought like it got so much hype, and I'm like, it's just okay to me.
I will say, like
there's
when
so
Simba
many
becomes
others
like
that
an
I like.
older like lion or whatever, like it's less. Like the middle act kind of sucks to me. Like the whole Hakuna Matata part is like where my dad just died, and you're making me sing this song.
Yeah.
But the first act and the third act that's good cinema, bro.
Yeah.
It's good cinema.
I guess.
Whatever, bro. Whatever you say.
Whatever.
Whatever, man. So yeah, throw down your thoughts on Dracula and your favorite childhood movies to wrap this one up. Thanks for being here this long. This is another long one. We got some more stuff coming up down the pipeline. We just did
Oathbringer will be up soon, yeah.
Yeah, Oathbringer will be up and running by the time this is out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll have Dawn Shard, the 3.5 of Stormlight coming out after that. Got a couple other things. We got maybe a little Ender's Game, maybe some more classics. I think we're going to hit, Tale of Two Cities or Jekyll and Hyde.
Will probably be our next, or Jekyll and Hyde that we audio.
Yeah, and then we got some history coming up as well. I'm starting the Art of Power, John Meacham's book on Thomas Jefferson. Starting that tonight, actually. Probably won't get very deep into it, but we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, so
yeah,
stick with us. Anything else?
No.
All right. I'm Emily Blunt. This is John Krasinski. Thanks for being with us yet again. It's Lit Book Reviews. Peace.